Am I live? It's been so long. Am I actually live? That's the real question. Oh, we got a guest. Is the music too loud? Is the voice not loud enough? Let me know, because I'm genuinely curious. But yeah, let me just let my people know on my Discord. No, because I'm genuinely curious. Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Can I even type? Oh, why do I need to sign in? Let's see. Oh, what is this? Not ideal. Joel, what's up, man? How's your week? Clack on KB, just right. What is that? I actually got some. I'm using Stream Labs this time, so I'll show you something cool. Look at this. Boom. Can I see chat on this end or no? Yeah, I can see on both. How many people are watching? How many people are watching? 3 people? That's nice. Happy Friday, everybody. Let me know if the music is not loud enough or if it's too loud. Either way, thanks for coming on the stream, y'all. It's been a pretty long time, but I'm so glad to be chatting with my YouTube community. Also, big win, right, guys? We have hit 4,000 subscribers. That's insane. Like, woohoo. Woohoo. Like, look at this. Boom. 4,056. Can you believe that I started in 2019 and I had 30 subs? 30 subs for 1 year. I went from 30 to 274. 274 to 560 in June, I guess, or May. Maybe I'll make it a little louder. 1 second. What about now? Is the music still too low? Could raise the audio on that one. 1 second, maybe. I'm like using someone else's services. All right, cool. But if you see that, we went from 2020 at 692 to 986. So I hit 1,000 basically in 2021, and somehow I went from in 2021 to, I guess, starting of 2022, I just kind of skyrocketed a little bit. I think this is when I started actually caring a lot more about my YouTube channel, but it's still, what a grind. What a grind. So I guess I started making videos in 2019, so it's been like a 3-year journey. Holy moly. But shoot, hologram, it's been a really long time. How are you doing? What's up, man? Sorry. Yeah, I know. I've been neglecting YouTube lives. I apologize, but I've been kind of doing more of the Twitter Spaces lately, and it's just been easier to do. You get a little bit more feedback. You get like responses from verbally, but at the same time, it also can be a little bit exhausting. So it's good to be back to my roots, back to hanging out with y'all and just having a good conversation. Joel, you can't be tired, man. It's only been a few weeks. Are you already regretting your life as a software engineer? Do you want to go back? No, I'm kidding. But it's good to see people here. 5 viewers. That's actually ecstatic. I love when it's just a very chill crowd. We don't have to cater to the whole audience. We can just chill. We can relax. Yeah. Oh, you need to check out more Twitter Spaces. Yeah, that's kind of where I've been primarily at right now. Not gonna lie. I guess the Twitter algo is a little bit better for me because I think I have about like 4,000 followers on Twitter. Sorry, not Twitter. 7,000 on Twitter. So it's pretty insane how my channel or my following has grown so much on Twitter. But yeah, actually, should I post? Maybe I should post that I'm going live right now. Let people know. Let people know that I am live. Let's see, what's the easy way to do this? All right. I should stop slouching too. It's so bad for you. I guess I'll just show you what I'm doing right now so you guys aren't just confused. But just gonna post really quickly. Happy Friday, everyone. See you there. And then post the link here. So maybe my Twitter friends will meet my YouTube friends. It's always weird to see yourself on like on your channel, but it's okay. It is what it is. I don't know if you guys realize, but the Joel Hernandez in this YouTube chat is literally Joel Hernandez here. So if you have any web developer questions, all future questions for me will just be directed towards Joel because he is now the expert by far. Hello. How's everyone doing? Happy Friday. What is a good way to... There it is. I think that's probably the best. Yeah, I'm enjoying the process. Simple CRUD app, but I've learned a lot with a lot of ups and downs. All right, what did I miss? What did I miss here? Come on, Joel, you gotta pay before, brother. No, I'm just kidding. Oh shoot, what is this guy doing? He needs to move to the side. Can't be covering the $1 million face right here, right? Thank you for subscribing, appreciate it. But let's see. Funny, I was literally thinking about you when you haven't streamed in a while. Yeah, I'm enjoying the process. Simple CRUD app, but I've learned a lot with it. That's good, Hologram. I'm happy for you. What app are you building? Is it a to-do app or what? So the thing is, I kind of like Streamlabs because it's kind of affordable, but the bad thing is that I can't invite guests, right? And what that makes it difficult, right? Because I was paying for a monthly fee here, of $49 a month to just do live streams. But that got kind of pricey, right? Like, and then even like the thing is, I don't know how often I go live, and live is kind of tough. So, just trying to figure out the cost. I think Streamlabs is a little bit cheaper. Actually, it's a lot cheaper. I think it's like $100 a month. So, well, 49 times 12. What is that? Like, I can't do math. Yeah, 588 for just streaming. And since I don't really stream too much, I don't think it's worth it. But ideally, we'll see what happens with my YouTube, because right now I think on my YouTube I'm mostly doing like tutorials and interviews, and that's kind of what I want to focus on moving forward with the channel. So maybe not as much live streaming, but I don't know, today I just felt like talking to y'all, having fun, And Carolina, nice to meet you. Nice to see you here. Thank you for the compliments for the beanie. It's like my one and only one. I think I have another one too, actually, but yeah. Product feedback app, very nice, very nice. Having trouble, Roy, plus option space. I know, it was like literally like, can I even do samples? I know there's like a button that you could do like samples with here for your like subscriptions and whatever. I don't know. So podcast release. Okay, so yeah, I don't know if I ever specified it, but it's gonna be every other week. So 1 week it's gonna be front end eval tutorials. So I want to focus it in a way where I want you guys to like have actionable things to do. And I love Twitter. I love bantering with people and just like having good conversations. But ultimately, what I want to do is I want to make content that helps you get a job, right? And it is the boring videos, I admit. Like who really wants to do front end interview prep on a YouTube video? But at the end of the day, those are the things that's gonna really, really help you. So that's why I'm always going to try to do at least once every other week for front end eval videos. And then I'll give you the other aspect of it, right? Like talking to other developers, talking to product managers, talking to customer success. Like I purposely named it like outside the code because it kind of comes in two forms, right? The first one is if I'm talking to developers, I am genuinely curious about how they got into software development, but at the same time, like, who is this person? Who is this person that I'm talking to? Like, what is Mike Chen outside of, oh, I worked at Google twice, or I'm a software engineer and a CTO. I want to like dig in a little bit deeper on what made them successful. So that's kind of why the title of Outside the Code came that way first. And then second, outside the code means that, hey, just because if you want to get into tech, you don't have to always code, right? There's just so many different layers to it. And you can be a product manager, you can be a designer, you can do all this other stuff and still be part of tech. So that's kind of why I made the title the way that I did, because it's more flexible, right? If you didn't know, like if you look at my playlist, where is it? Where's my channel? Yeah, let me share my screen really quick. But I did one called like sharing developer stories, and I changed it to sharing tech stories afterwards because I wanted it to be more flexible. But ultimately, like, I don't know, my structure was really messed up. I didn't really know what I was doing. And the fact is, a lot of podcasts in tech aren't very good. And if there's a way that I could put in a little bit more effort into the podcast production and put that effort into like essentially making it good and doing it every other week versus trying to like just satisfy this quota of once a week. I'd rather have quality over quantity this year. So yeah. Originally there was this like Chris and Alex show that me and Chris Sean did, but it's hard to schedule a podcast as a co-host with other people. So like it's not that him and I have beef or anything. It's just more along the lines of our schedules weren't lining up, and it just makes it so much harder, like who does the editing and all of that stuff. So yeah, that's kind of my thing. What's OSSU? Osu? Hasu? Do you happen to know about OSSU? I actually don't. Can you guys tell me if you guys can see the screen at all? Like, I have no idea. Like, this is my first time really using Streamlabs, so if it's impossible to see, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be looking at this with y'all. Is that better? Like this? I think that must be better, right? Way better. I don't know what this is. Open Source Society University. The OSSU curriculum is a complete education in computer science using online. It's not merely for career training or. Let me lower the volume a little bit. What's the topic for tonight? No topic, just chilling Friday. We talk about web dev. We could talk about anything. But um, I complete. What is your favorite JS course at? I don't know. I don't really have a favorite JS course because I kind of learned JS on the fly. I honestly, I'm never taken a single JavaScript course. Like somehow I ended up just taking what I learned from Ruby, and then I kind of went straight into learning like Backbone, and Backbone just really helped me learn JavaScript naturally, and then moved on to React right after, and then I kind of went backwards and just started reading documentation for fun, I guess, which sounds horrible in the grand scheme of things, but yeah, that's kind of been my flow. I'm an aspiring front end. How can I up my React skills? Um, Build projects. Honestly, it's sometimes I sound like a broken record, but it really is. You got to build projects, you got to practice, learn how to use state, use effect appropriately and correctly, because if you are just following a tutorial, not really sure like why you're doing what you're doing, then that's gonna make you a pretty weak developer. And why can I figure out how to put my beanie on? There you go. So you got to build projects. You got to learn the nuances of the React use state, use effect. Build something somewhat complex. Start off with a to-do list, and then kind of move your way from there. Cool. Tech Rally. I'm on minimum wage right now. Oh yeah, I think I answered that one. I want to travel the world and visit you, Tech Rally, when I get my career sorted out. When I pass the interview and get into, help me. I'll try my best, man. Like I'm only one person, and I don't really sell courses or anything like that. If anything, I just sell resources, and that's kind of always been my thing. I don't want to be a course creator. I don't want to make money off courses. I just build things that I think can help people. But ultimately, if you want to do like front end preparation, then I highly recommend the front end eval website. This thing, you're just gonna go through many different types of interview questions, specifically front end interview questions. So you gotta prepare your heart out, man. That's the part of the interview process that you're gonna have to go through. So and if you are wondering, I make these tutorial videos or interview prep videos once every other week. So that's all I can do at the moment. I'm trying my best. I also do one-on-one coaching, and that's been taking up a lot of my time as well. And then I do content creation. And hey, Kobe Vincent's here. And he's actually one of my buddies that I met through TikTok. And crazy enough, I haven't really been doing TikTok because I've been so busy. So it's just been a little wild right now. Yeah, just trying to keep up with everything. And yeah, sometimes I do feel a little overwhelmed, but I guess it's good to just kind of push yourself to the limits a little bit to a certain extent. So yeah. Boo, come back to TikTok. I'm trying. I don't know. I just don't have that creative juices right now for short content. It doesn't come as fast right now. I'm inspiring. How can I? Okay, no, I answered that. Why am I your favorite dev on Twitter? I don't know about them. I don't know about that, Matt Smith. How did the interview go? Actually, I'm curious. Do you just lay your MacBook on the couch, or do you just throw it there? I didn't even realize. I have another one right here too. This is a work laptop. That's a personal laptop, and then I have my Windows computer. That laptop used to be the one where I do all my streaming, but after I upgraded to Monterey, it just cannot work for some reason. It just dies. So now I have embraced the Windows life. Namache, let's go. Good to see you, sir. How are you doing? You're my favorite. Micah, Mr. Corn, it's been a really long time, man. It's been a really long time. I actually hung out with some few old coworkers a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about you and stuff. Hope you're doing good. Congrats on the Series C, sir. Fun time to watch Spider-Man. Oh man. I'm not rich. It's literally one personal laptop and one work laptop. I have to give that one back probably after the MacBook Flex. You guys are bugging, man. No, there's no flex here. There's no flex. I actually keep a lot of my old stuff. Like I have this Bose headphones that I got a couple years ago. I should upgrade, but it's like going through the gauntlet right now. It's like I have a hard time giving up things. But one thing I'm really happy about this, I got it for White Christmas with a group of friends. Is this light? It's pretty cool. Changes colors. It's a really good night light. I don't know. It just keeps, well, especially when you're constantly in front of a screen. Sometimes it's nice to just have all the lights off and just have this thing on. It's pretty chill. Queen Dana in the house. Yes. How long have I been using React? You know what? For as long as I've used React, I should be a lot better at it. But how long did I use it? Probably like 5 years now. 5 years of React. It's definitely changed a lot though, because before when I joined, it was all using like classes and everything, and now it's all hooks, which is so different. Man, it's so cool to see everybody just hanging out right now. I'm not gonna lie, it's been so long to just kind of chill out and have like this YouTube community here. It's really hard because it's the YouTube community doesn't necessarily always go on Twitter, and Twitter people don't always go on YouTube. But it's nice to see everyone just kind of mixed in together and just having fun. I really miss this. I missed you guys. Jashelle, I missed you too. How are you doing? Oh my goodness. You've like disappeared from the face of the planet after that one conversation on Twitter. Like, what's going on? What happened? I wish I could bring on guests. This is why I actually like Twitter Spaces, because I'm like genuinely curious about everyone I meet. And I know it's not necessarily the most like scalable way to meet people, but I try to remember everything. I try to remember every single detail about someone, because that's what actually matters, right? At the end of the day, like it's not about the number of followers. It's not about like the clout. It's about, hey, do you remember what that person talked about like a couple months ago? Or do you remember what struggles that other person is going through? So yeah, I appreciate it. I owe you a Korean barbecue one. Do you like, who doesn't like soju? If you don't like soju, we can't be friends. That's a rule. Jashelle, I've been busy working. LOL, I miss you. Hey, congrats on the job. I know you had some options to choose from, and I'm glad that hopefully the team is good, the onboarding is good, and the culture is good, and they're just treating you like a queen, as you should. Mike Chen's here. I actually interviewed with Mike Chen yesterday, I think. Yeah, yesterday. And unfortunately, my mic was hot, so the sound is not good on my end, but I'm still going to post it. And that's going to come out next week, so stay tuned for that. That one is pretty good. I'm happy about that one. We kind of went deep into many different topics, which I'm like really happy about. And yeah, looking forward to it. Is front end eval free? Yeah, at the moment it's free. Like all the questions are free. There's no solutions for all of them, but ultimately I would just go on Twitter, follow the front end eval account, and then see what other people are posting. It's very community driven at the moment. There really isn't there isn't even like an account registration. We're so behind on stuff, but it's okay because we're all working full time. We're just trying to help out the community. But yeah, it's kind of like LeetCode, where it's free to use, and then you just pay. Hopefully, we figure out the pay model system. I don't know what we're doing. We're just trying to help, and then after that, we'll figure out the rest. Yeah, but yeah, all the questions are free. Go ahead and read them, and then if you want to figure out how to do them, Then there's also my video. So yeah, I have front end eval questions here. So definitely feel free to just look at my solutions and see how I did it. You don't have to do it my way, but it's there, and hopefully that helps. I got a spot in San Diego. I'm taking. Yeah, I'm actually. I grew up in California and I went to college in San Diego. So the fact that I know some good spots. I think shoot, Convoy in San Diego. That's my place. That's where usually all the Asian restaurants and like Korean barbecue places are. So this nice. Checked out the stream this morning. Will Johnson's hey, congrats on your course. I know you just said you've completed it or finished it recently. So kudos to you, my friend. Good job, sir. The Connect 4 one looks really. Yeah, actually, I don't know if Mike is still here, but lately all of our questions have been like pretty difficult. I'm not gonna lie. Like the Connect 4 is pretty hard. The infinite scrolling tiles is pretty hard. The crypto converter was kind of difficult for me too. So, and I think one thing I will have to say is you gotta like level set and figure out what can you do up to. Majority of the time, I would say that we put even like timers on these questions, and ideally you want to put yourself in a situation that you can like not necessarily solve everything, but try to solve up to a point and figure it out from there. Mostly, I would say focus on the early questions. I think that's going to be the best way to really feel prepared, but don't feel obligated that you have to do all of them, if that makes sense. What is the game plan for with front-end eval? That's a great question. I think right now our priority is to do user registration. So we're working on that at the moment, and then figure out a way for users to post their solutions using Code Sandbox, Code Pen, and then really drive that community like resource and like people help each other. Because ultimately right now we have a good list of questions, but we don't really have a good way to connecting with our users. So I think that's our main priority, and we're hoping to finish that by the end of this month. But it's not easy. We all got stuff to do. My spot is off. They have a Kentucky Fried Chicken place right now. That's good. That's good. Oh shoot, Mike, you didn't finish today's question first time. Ooh, dang, this question must be really hard then. if Mike can't finish this a question, that means that James has, in some ways, I feel like Mike, you put James in a really tough spot. Rather than really trying to do like front end interview prep questions, all he's trying to do now is how do I get Mike to struggle? Like it's not even a front end interview question. It's just how do I get Mike to struggle question. And maybe that's what happened here. All right, 1 second. I'm going to get a glass of water. And one thing really cool about Streamlabs is that I can do this. Be right back. All right. I'm back. That is the wrong screen. Whoops. All right. There it is. Got my water. I'm ready to go for maybe another like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. What questions did I miss? Let's see. Landed on Amazon SDE2 front-end focus. What to expect besides leak code? Gotta prepare. Go to front-end eval and prepare, sir. Literally, I'm like their spokesman at this point, but it's so true. Like, get your front-end ready to go, and start practicing. That's all I really can say. The stream is making me hungry. Oh man, it's making me hungry too. I didn't. Oh, Namache, good to see you. Yeah, it's a great community here. Do you play Wordle? I feel like New York Times changed it. I don't play Wordle, and actually Mike judged me because the first time I ever played Wordle, my first word was apple, and he was like, "Why would you use two P's in Wordle?" Like, why would you use that? But the funny thing is, I got it in 3 tries, I think. So the fact that I was able to do it. Hey, Esther. Hello, hello. Hey, everyone, give Esther Verse a follow. My partner. She's watching me stream. It's been a really long time since I did a YouTube stream. Like, I'm actually getting a little red. I like the new channel name, Estherverse. It's very catchy. It's way cooler than Tech Rally or Outside the Code. I'm awful. Yeah, I'm not very good at Wordle. I don't know what it is. I think I just get frustrated. Wordle is a struggle. Full-time job to make Mike struggle. That's so true. We should change the title of our front-end eval websites. Just be called makemikestruggle.com. Alyss, Esther, you have an amazing singing voice. Yeah, I actually I don't know if I told my partner, but I actually sent a video of her singing to like a couple of friends, and they were just like, wow. She can sing. And I was like, yep, I cannot sing for what's the phrase? I can't sing if you pay me to do it. I don't know. I'm not a good singer, but I could play guitar a little bit. And I love it when my friends meet like this. It's maybe I should do more YouTube lives, huh? Maybe I should do more YouTube lives. Oh, Alyss can sing too. She can sing very well. I'm very impressed. I have a lot of friends that can sing. I'm very jealous. I don't know, the voice and the singing and the drawing, artistic aspects of my family definitely went to my brother and my mom. And my dad and I were just more of like the heads down, just work really hard, but not necessarily be perfectionists. Actually, Joshelle, I'm curious. Do you? Yeah. Are you creating YouTube content these days? I'm like very curious because I feel like it's been a while. Oh, 3 weeks ago. Okay, that's not too bad. But were you doing live streaming before? Hey Q, how are you doing? Oh, Jessica's here too. Wow, we got a whole crowd here. Is this weird though? Because usually we would be talking on Twitter Spaces, but now all you guys are doing is just hearing me talk. Like, I don't know. I like it, but at the same time, it's weird because all the people that are like chatting are people I would just talk to on a Twitter Space. You gotta take your breaks, Joshua. I totally understand. I need to take more breaks. Honestly, I need to take more breaks. But weirdly enough, if I feel that I'm ahead of schedule, then it makes me really anxious. it's so weird to feel that you get more anxious when you have nothing to do. Usually I'm so used to constantly working on stuff that when I'm not, I don't know what else to do. So maybe this is the perfect time to just go on YouTube Live and have a conversation with y'all. No spaces tonight. I didn't really want to host, but if anyone wants to host in the upcoming hour or two, like definitely will join and have a cool hangout there. But yeah, I'm down for that. What did I miss? K-pop tech rally coming through. I'm definitely not a K-pop. I can't dance. I can't sing very well. I know how to code though, so I can make more YouTube content related to code. 24-hour live stream, definitely not. Definitely can't do that. This is great. Are you using software to sing? I would need some auto tune. Yes. I would need to need some auto-tune in my life. Nope, never did any streams, just premieres that activate the live chat when the video oh yeah, that's a great way to start. I'm actually using a pretty not a basic camera, but I was using my Canon camera before, but for some reason using the Windows computer it just doesn't work well together, so I bought another webcam to hopefully it's a little bit better. I have no idea, but yeah. Yes, 48. Wait, what? How did it jump from 24 hours to 48 hours? That's insane. There's no way. No way I could do that. I've been told I have a pretty good storytelling voice. So I was actually thinking about doing this one video where I just go to, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe this, but I would just go to like documentation and just do some documentation reading for one of my videos. So like literally all I would do would be like, I'll go Bootstrap, build fast responsive sites with Bootstrap, quickly design and customize responsive mobile first sites with Bootstrap, the world's most popular front-end open source toolkit, featuring Sass variables and mixins, responsive grid, extensive pre-built components, and powerful JavaScript plugins. Get started or download. And then we go here, be like, Tailwind, it sucks. No, I'm just kidding. I know there's some Tailwind lovers here, so I thought I'd just give them a little troll here, but I would just be like, rapidly build modern websites without ever leaving your HTML, which sounds like a horrible idea. Am I right? No, I'm kidding. But yeah, that was gonna be my video idea, but I think it's a really bad idea because it's not funny, it's not good, and unless it has like perfect editing, it won't make any sense. I'm sold already. Mike checking me out. Are you guys trying to recruit my partner to sing? Oh man, that's hilarious. You can see Carolina is here and speaking in space. Whoa, she's speaking in a space and checking out the live stream. That's pretty impressive, yeah. Let's bash PHP. Ooh, PHP, let's see. What is PHP's documentation? I don't even know. Let's see. Whoa, can't see anything here. PHP is a popular general-purpose scripting language that is especially suited to web development. Fast, flexible, and pragmatic. PHP powers everything from your blog to the most powerful websites in the world. You gotta give kudos to them, though. I mean, they still update their stuff, and that's really important. Because I looked at Backbone recently, and it's just such a graveyard. It's like actually dead. It's actually dead, which is sad. Carolina is super talented and can be in two places at the same time. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Is she actually contributing to the Twitter space? Because that will be even more impressive. And on top of contributing, she has to give herself hundreds. Or if you've already updated your phone, you have to give yourself more hearts. You know one thing annoying about this, actually? Oh, never mind. I was going to say, one thing annoying about converting the the screens was that I lose the chat, but it looks like the chat stays the same. Oh my god, there's a freaking garbage truck. Oh, so loud. Yeah, RIP Backbone JS and jQuery. Exactly. PHP's documentation gave me a heart attack. Then again, that was my first dev job. I had to learn it in a short time for Drupal develop. I'm not gonna lie, I've only used PHP once, and I really did not enjoy it. And that's only because I was pretty new to development like you were, and the only language I really learned at the time was Ruby. So I just was so unaware of why there were so many arrows and squiggly lines. I was like, what the heck is this? I was getting really, really nervous, but luckily I was only on it for a couple days, which kind of saved my life. Esther's just exuding so much positivity. I love it. Now you know. Now you guys know where I get all my positivity from. It's definitely my butter half. You're on Windows 11 now, first time in Windows land. Technically not my first time using Windows, but using Windows recently. I think the last time I actually used Windows before that was like XP and Vista days. And that was when I was playing like Counter-Strike 1.6 stuff. But I was struggling really hard with this. I was getting frustrated. I was like, how do I do what I want to do on Mac and all of that crap? And it was getting really annoying. But I kind of got used to it, and it's pretty good. Yeah. Pretty happy with it now. It's just so much faster. And finally, I was able to set up my terminal a little bit now. So I'm kind of happy with it. I think it's called Windows Terminal. Let me see. Ubuntu. What the heck? Okay. And guys, don't make fun of my my terminal right now, but I don't know how to like figure out the coloring scheme on this for some reason. My Windows is like way better for sure, but somehow I got everything to work, which is kind of nice. So I can't complain. So from that perspective, if I ever want to do any like actual development on Windows, I could do it, but it's ugly as AF right now, so please don't judge me. My Mac setup is way better. Yeah, so I was able to install like the Ubuntu Z Shell and all that stuff, but the color scheme thing, I just haven't had the time to look into it. I'm kind of ashamed, like, it's because I just really wanted to see what the hell I was looking at, but then the default stuffs were so hard to see. So I don't know. Maybe some future Windows people can teach me what the hell to do, because do not necessarily love this. Did you enable WSL? So I think so. I can't remember. It's been a couple of weeks. I think I did. So I did the whole Ubuntu and then Z Shell and all that stuff. So it's set up. It's ready to go. But actually, outside of just like my local terminal, all of the front end eval videos that I do is on the Windows computer. So now I'm getting used to like the little shortcuts here and there, and it makes life a lot easier because it just takes practice. But it's really annoying because like I have to shift between Mac and Windows pretty frequently because of work, and that's just more of my just personal pains that I go through. I think chat is going so fast that it's getting really hard to keep up, so I'm gonna have to look at a history of what people have been saying. Tech Rally duet when front end eval hits 1,000 members. Me and Mike do a duet on Spaces if we hit 1,000 user signups. Ooh, what about that? What about that, Mike? Do you think that's a good goal to have? 1,000 user signups? I'm team Apple for life though. Yeah. 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 That terminal is fire. I don't know if it's fire. It definitely isn't my most favorite look and feel for sure, but I'll take it. Thank you. What do you guys want to talk about? Is there any like developer news that kind of went a little bit lit or anything? Anything that stood out? Ooh, I mean, I guess a developer news is just Shell got a job. Well, you've had a job, right? But I guess a kind of a semi win. I don't know if you guys know, but apparently Dan Abramoff responded to one of my threads. That's like a win, right, guys? Like, who would have thought the creator of React responds to it? So, I mean, granted, I didn't really say anything, but hey, win's a win, right? So I got that one out of the way. What else? Who else should we try to get their attention? Remember Dino JS? Pepperdine Farm remembers. What happened to Dino? What happened? Do people actually use it? I've never heard anyone talk about it. That's a really great point. I haven't heard anyone talk about it. I remember people were building like crash courses. They were actually building real courses around it too. And I don't know. That's the problem with software development, and maybe I'll just go on my little rant, is that there's too much to learn, and you don't need to know everything to get a job as a software developer. Like, if you ask me anything about Dino and you're like first learning how to code, I'll be like, why? Don't worry about it. Don't like use Node, use whatever you need to do. Like, just build whatever you already know. If you're able to build a full stack app with it, then stick to those technologies. Like, unless, I don't know, like you've been doing this for like a couple years and something's not working, you have all the projects, maybe just like the language or the technology is just not popular in your area. But it's, yeah, there's too much information sometimes. I just started React last week. What is it? Let's see. I just started learning React last week. So far, so good. Any advice? Yeah, just keep going. Learn how to really understand how to use useState, useEffect. And then on top of that, I would also suggest, like, think about more immutability. I realized that new developers, when they first start off, they kind of use vanilla JavaScript. And generally, when you use vanilla JavaScript and HTML and CSS, a lot of times you're like mutating your data, or that's what people tend to do. But eventually, when you get to like React, it's all about like immutable state and like replacing large chunks of data rather than selectively like picking parts of your data to update. So I would just kind of embrace more of like that spread syntax and really understand that part, because React, when you start using React, you tend to do that more. So I will just start looking into like updating state versus just individually updating like keys within an object, if that makes sense. So I would try to change that mindset a little bit, and I think that will be really helpful. Yeah. I love how there's so much to learn. Never get bored. It's it's so fun, but it's also so exhausting, right? Like how, like, I don't know. It's crazy because sometimes I just don't know. And one thing that I don't know, and I at the same time, I've never had a really good use case for it. It's like, I don't know GraphQL. I don't know how to use that, but it's okay because I feel like if I ever need to know it, I will. But am I expected to know it as like a front-end engineer? Like, am I not considered a front-end engineer if I don't know it? I don't know. Those are things that I like go through my head sometimes. But yeah, I'm learning the coding phase content editor. Yeah, very nice, man. Keep going at it. He's a really good instructor and super nice guy. Super nice guy. He's always been like very open and very honest and just always there to listen. I really appreciate him as like not just a content creator, but as a friend. He's just always been there. A really good guy, caring person. Not a lot of people like that in tech, unfortunately. At least in the more of the like influencer content creator side. And yeah, he's a really good guy. Really good guy. Always, I'll always support him as much as I can. He's helped me out a lot. I was strongly considering building front-end eval in GraphQL, so we could have forced you to learn it like we're forcing you. You know, in some regards, like I'm really glad I'm working on front-end eval because now I get to work on Next.js. I get to work on like Tailwind, and I could kind of change my opinion about it a little bit more. At my current position, I don't really get that opportunity because the type of work I'm doing. So just being able to familiarize myself to other technologies and like have a purpose behind why I'm using the technologies is always nice, right? So no complaints here. Would you recommend a platform to learn React? I don't know. I honestly don't know what the most up-to-date greatest course is. I will tell you what I use, but this was like a couple years ago. But there's a guy named Steven Grider, and he helped me out a lot when I was first learning how to code. He was just very easy instructor, very knowledgeable, very easy to know. And I definitely did not pay $94. I'm pretty sure I got some like crazy Udemy sale. Well, it was like $9 or something, but he definitely helped me out a lot with his videos. Very easy to understand. Felt like I just kind of understood the concepts and like breaks it down in a very digestible chunks. So yeah, very. I would recommend it. I don't know about his React courses because it's been a really long time, and I don't know how well he updated it. But I've also heard Kenzie Dobbs is pretty good, and I think Joe also has a React course as well. So I mean, if you're already paying for the $20 a month kind of thing, why not check it out? So let's see. I think the industry can be stressful for people trying to learn so much in little time. It's incremental, get a little better each day. But yeah, it can be overwhelming at times. Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's trying to be qualified for a position that requires a somewhat experience. It's I don't even know how to word it. It's like you have to know so much before you even get in. And is that fair? I don't know. I don't think so. But at the same time, when other people are kind of doing that type of work already, like as an intern or all that stuff, I'm just like, how are you supposed to compete? And it's not the most healthiest thing to do to like a coding bootcamp format. I wouldn't say it's the most healthiest thing to do. I did that. I did a 3-month bootcamp. I worked 12, 13 hours a day, like barely was on like 5 hours of sleep, living in New York City, not knowing anybody. But I was doing that every single day for 3 months. And, you know, in some regards, like, I don't ever regret it because it got me to where I am. Like, could I have done that myself? I don't think so. I don't think I could have put myself through that kind of pain and struggle. But having other people around me that was also doing the same thing and also struggling, sometimes, like, the proof is in the pudding. And, like, you kind of have to sacrifice certain things, maybe your health, maybe your friends, and, like, to get to where you want. Like, I don't want to compare like coding to like NBA or football or whatever, but only a certain percentage of those people get to those positions, and they're working their butts off to get to even just like a bench position or bench player, right? But luckily for us, like software development isn't as hard to get into, right? But at the same time, if you're going to do like a career switch or whatever, you're going to have to put in a ton of work, and whatever form shape that comes in, like you got to put into it. And like I think the problem is not necessarily most people are like don't put in the effort. Sometimes it's just like what do you learn too, right? And so, actually I take that back. Some people, they don't want to put in the work either. Somehow I don't know, like they want to learn on the job, and I think that there's an aspect of always learning on the job, but you gotta meet an employer halfway too, right? Like show the commitment, show the work, show like how do you stand out compared to hundreds of other junior developers, right? It's not necessarily like rocket science, but like if you put in the work, hopefully that like the output should show. And if it doesn't, then maybe you're putting the work into the wrong places, right? So there are just like many layers to this, but I'd say that personally for me, sometimes like I kind of wish I could replicate that struggle that I went through when I first started off learning how to code, because that was the hardest I've ever worked. And it's really hard to replicate that when you're like living comfortably. Sometimes, like when I joined my coding bootcamp, I saved about like $25,000 and I spent $12,000 on the bootcamp. So I actually only had about like 13 grand over like 6 months. And I was trying to figure out how do I like schematically survive survive in New York City. And I was paying like $1,000 something for rent. So I was paying about I was going to the bootcamp for 6 months, or sorry, 3 months. And then I found a job in like 2.5 months. So like 13,000, like I was like kind of more or less trying to survive on like 5 grand in like 6 months. And it was just insane how I was like budgeting, but it is what it is. Like I had to do it. There was some credit card debts a little bit. And in some ways that lit a fire under me because I had nothing else to like fall back on. I could like laugh about it now, but it's just crazy. Like I wasn't on, I didn't really ask for, I don't like asking for help either. So I was just saying, hey, screw it. Let's just see what happens. And it kind of worked out, but yeah, crazy. Went on a little rant or tangent there, but that's my developer story. I learned React from Andre Neo. Yeah, he's good too. I don't know how to pronounce his last name though. Super long course. Let's see. I'm trying to read all the messages. Y'all are typing too fast. I feel like the interviews are harder than the job itself. Yeah, I mean sometimes it is. Joe, coding phase is hilarious and very supportive. Love him. Hope to meet him as. Yeah, me too. Actually, we're trying to meet up, but it's so hard to. Everyone just lives in like different states, so it's kind of impossible. Yeah. I'm digging back some personal projects. Thanks for motivating me, Tech Rally. The interview grind is rough. Yes. Hey, hopefully I'm glad. Hopefully I'm just not only a motivator, but I can also be like a resource for you, with like the content that I build. That's ultimately why I do what I do. And that, I mean, it's not the crazy fun B-roll stuff. And I'm not making fun of people that do that. But if my crap is boring, it's intentionally boring because I want you to focus on the job, right? So I would just say, like, check out the videos for the front end eval stuff, because that's the stuff that's going to get you to that next level. And I really can like put my, I don't know, flag or my like commitment to that, because I've done the questions. I feel comfortable like advocating for them. Just because I work with them that's not the reason. It's because I actually do the questions and they're fairly challenging, but at the same time you learn so much. So it's all about learning. It's all about getting better. It's all about grinding and just getting to that next level. Bob Zaroli has a free intro React course to Scrimba. Yeah, so I think I heard a lot of great things about Scrimba as well. So definitely Scrimba is something that I would also recommend. Not necessarily because I took the course, but because of the people that I know that works there, and they're good people. So I'm putting my like trust into the fact that they're doing well. I've heard some good reviews. So. We live in Indiana and we ghost hunt abandoned. Do you know any of these kind of locations? We travel and looking for schools. What? What? No, I don't know any of those places. What kind of question is this? I'm sorry. That's not my forte. Still cheaper than university. Yeah, it is. And time too. Time is so important. Like, if you think about it, it's crazy. you could become a software engineer in like 3 to 6 months. That's insane if you think about it. But if you go to grad school, that's 2 years of your time, and then after you graduate, you'll start off like entry level, and you're gonna have school debt, right? But somehow, some way, at that time, I went to a coding boot camp. It's just crazy to think about that you could change your career in under a year. I don't know. That's insane. I don't know how I did it. How do I do that in StreamYards or Streamlabs? I should figure out these settings. Oh, let's see. Do you guys want to figure this out with me? Let's see. How do you activate slow mode? Actually, that's a great question. YouTube. Create a live stream, enter. I'll do it later. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'll figure it out later. You know, this is also why I like StreamYards, because if the questions are going too fast, I could at least click on the question again and then just show it to y'all and then figure that part out. I wish there was a way that we could extend the... See, like, even if I make the chat bigger, it doesn't necessarily give me the flexibility of... Oh, maybe I could do this. Can you guys try again? Can you guys just start typing? Sorry about that. Okay, that doesn't help. No, I was trying to see if there's a way I could like get you guys to see the whole message. Oh, that sucks. I'll figure this out, guys. I'll figure this out. Oh man, I feel like I'm just missing out on so much good chat, or like everyone to be able to see the good chat. YouTube Studio and check your live settings. Okay, let me check that really quick. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. YouTube Studio. Settings. No, it doesn't help. I was trying to hope, like, I was hoping that it would keep the like messages somehow, but yeah, it is what it is, y'all. Oh, what the heck? But yo, Magic, Magic. I don't know if I should say the word, but dude, Magic. He says that I want to say thank you for the words on your channel. I worked really hard as a self-taught developer for the past 7 months, and I'm happy to say I have 3 job offers. My ultimate goal is to be a front-end dev, but I hope either offer I pick will be good for experience, right? One of the 3 jobs is web content editor position. The other 2 are HTML email dev positions. I'm not sure which one to go for. Any advice? That's, first of all, congratulations. Holy crap, that's amazing. 3 job offers. I was happy with just 1, and the fact that you have 3, that's... Yo, everyone, we should like effing clap for this man. Holy crap. Congratulations, dude. That is insane. In terms of my advice, I don't think any one is necessarily a bad decision. Try to see if you can negotiate, see if you can get the best offer that you can get financially, and then make that decision, because they all seem pretty similar in terms of what you would be doing. But I think, yeah, it seems like you have a lot of good options, and it's a good problem to have. So dude, amazing job. So happy for you, and you're killing it, dude. I'm happy for you. The coding bootcamp seems like a replacement for uni, considering there may be a lot of entry level people compared to entry level jobs. I think coding bootcamp is still an option, but it's not for everybody. It's really not for everybody. And the way they structure it now, it's especially not for everybody. But is it an option for some? Yes. But you got to figure out what your like learning style and learning habits are. So yeah. And just Shell just comes in with the actual answer. She knows her stuff, right? Like content editor deals heavily with content and not as much coding. I'd go for the email development one. That sounds like a really good answer, actually. Hey everyone, give her a follow. Follow her Twitter. Follow her YouTube. Yeah. They aren't as similar as you would think. Source, experience, email developer, and content editor. Let's go. This is why I miss the YouTube community, because everyone helps each other. And if you haven't been to my Discord, you should really join the Discord, because too many awesome people are helping out, and I'm very appreciative of everyone. Even Roy Sivan, which I did not know until today. I always just call him Roy the boy, but that's amazing. Like, a lot of great people are just giving their inputs, and I'm very grateful for my Discord, because it's hard for me to like respond to everything. So my 2 cents, email dev can be miserable. Imagine cross-browser coding, but for email clients. Yeah, I mean, Magic, I would say that this is step one, right? Step one to where you want to go. Like, I think this is what Joe always kind of preaches about, and I completely agree. It's like, get your foot in the door, get paid, but never stop learning, right? Like, now that you're in, how do you transition from email development to becoming a front-end developer? How do you transition from front-end developer to maybe full-stack developer? Like, use this opportunity to like up your current skill sets, which is what you're going to be doing, but then kind of not settle on your like laurels, and then try to get better. Try to put yourself in a better position. So ideally, that would be my like strategy. Like, get paid to learn, and then you move on to the next role. Nothing beats the tech crowd. Yeah, I feel like our group is a very rat pack crew. Like, is that the right terminology? Like, not too big, but just a good size where we're all kind of encouraging and helping each other. I swear there was a moment where everybody was getting a job. Like, Joel got a job, like Billy got a role, like all these other developers were getting roles, and it was getting super litty in there. And I'm like, wow, what the heck? y'all are helping each other at this point. This is amazing. This is great. Mm. Yeah, man. I got a little too excited there. Magic was really good news, though. Really good news. You guys are awesome, honestly. Like, I can't. It's crazy. I'm like looking at my Discord channel too. In general, I'm just like, there's 38 people in there. Like, that's insane. That's insane. Like, there's 38 people. There's 291 offline. That means that there's about like almost 300 people. Wait, no, just kidding. There's over 300 people in the Discord. I just remember when, no man, it's so funny that you could like kind of reminisce and think about like where you started from, but I crap you not, like, I don't like cursing, so that's why it sounds weird sometimes. But whenever I went live, there was literally just like 3 people watching. It was me, one of my moderators that isn't as active anymore as he used to be, and then like maybe one other person. And it was just 3 of us, and those were the 3 that were in the Discord channel. But who would have thought that, just 3 years of hard work, I guess, or maybe more, like this last year of really, really hard work, you're able to kind of grow this kind of small but very efficient community. feels kind of like a mastermind crew. We're all just helping each other get better. That's what I love. That's what I really love. And yeah, this is awesome. It's really hard I mean, just so many people want to get into this field, and it's so hard to try to figure out how to help a lot of people. Because the way I think I operate, I really care about everyone I work with, and it's hard to give advice in like 15 minutes or less. It's even really hard to even just make YouTube videos giving like this high level advice, because the more I do one-on-one coaching, the more I realize how unique each person is. You could give some like general advices here and there, but it's so surface level sometimes. And unless you really dig into what it is that the struggle that person's going through, it's really hard to give any kind of real good advice. And that's something that I've been personally trying to figure out how to do better at scale. But right now, I think that's kind of why I do more of the coding tutorials, because it's not necessarily how can I help this individual person, but how can I help more people get ready for their developer interviews, right? So, yeah. You guys are just having a fun conversation, aren't you? I'm just trying to catch up here. My first role with WordPress. I did not realize there were so many awesome PHP WordPress developers in my community. Look at you guys just going at it. I was happy to have left. Not so much legacy, just modern layout approaches. Like you can't use Flexbox grid, just plain tables. Oh my gosh, you guys are just professional table makers. It's been a hot minute. Great to see you, Alex. Yo, Paul. It's really good to see you too, man. I miss you, man. I feel like we haven't talked in a really long time. Just like you're too cool for me now. Getting like starting your own podcast with the big boys. I see you, bro. I see you. It's like we're bringing back the old crew together. It's really good to see you, man. Like, it's a little unfortunate that we weren't able to hang out when you were in the East Coast, but hopefully next time we can. The next step is learning JavaScript. I will say both your channels are great, and I was lonely. It was a lonely route, so I came for advice and just the positive. that makes me happy, man. That makes me really happy, and I know sometimes I don't even feel like I should take credit, even for Joel and the people I work with one-on-one. Like ultimately, I can only tell them what to do in some regards, but at the end of the day, it really is up to the individual to put in the work. And that's kind of what I even wanted to emphasize in my one-on-one interview with him. It's just like, I could tell you how to prepare. I could tell you to do this. I could tell you to do that. But if you don't do it, then you're not going to get it, right? And he's the one that actually put in the work. And every time I like think about his story, it's just like insane to me. This guy works full-time, has a wife, has a kid, works as a restaurant manager, literally is like studying code like flashcards in the like subway, and then during his breaks he's using his phone to like figure out like coding problems and stuff. I'm just like, what the heck? What could like push someone to work that hard, right? And it's just the motivation is so high. And I mean, obviously having the community and the support and everything, that's so important. And I'm just so thankful that we can kind of have that encouraging community in my Discord channel. And I would say even on Twitter, like Twitter has been very good to me in that regard too. So, you know, work and about to get another job. Hey man, I'm still here, bro. I'm here for the next 6 months. That's good to know, man. Yeah, I feel like we haven't been talking for a while. I don't know. I feel like you're ghosting me, sir. So Joe's here, coding phase. This is awesome. Thank you for the great advice. I greatly appreciate. Hey Joe, I don't know if you heard, but Magic got 3 job offers: 2 HTML email developer and 1 like content editor. So we're just kind of celebrating Magic right now, and just the fact that he was able to land a job, not just one job, but 3 jobs. I don't know how he did it, but maybe he took your coding. Oh yeah, actually, I think he said he took your coding, your courses. So hey, here's another one to the Hall of Fame, brother. Like people doing the work, people getting the respect, right? So that's it's not just my community. It's like Joe's community. We're all just sharing each other's community, because when you have like no hidden agenda like this, like it's just we're all helping each other at the end of the day. So the grind is real. I just wanted it. For anyone that's starting from scratch, I'm telling you it's doable, but you have to grind. You'll be rewarded. I still can't believe it still. Congratulations, all of my favorite web people in one place. Yeah, it's getting a little litty here. Paul, that's harsh. I know it's harsh, man. Why are you ghosting me, bro? Why are you ghosting me, bro? That's harsh. It hurt, bro. It hurt. I'm still hurt by you. That's the start. We a big family here. Yeah, man. I think at the end of the day, it's like you probably weren't in the early part of the stream, but I was just talking about you and just saying how and not a lot of honest people in this content creator space, YouTube, like tech space, even on Twitter, YouTube, anything. But you're definitely one of the few real ones. And like, you know, we talk on the phone, and it's just we just keep it real, and I love that. I love that. It's like you don't have to like talk to the person every day, but you just pick up from where you start off, right? Yeah. So you stop calling me. You stop calling me, bro. You stop calling me too. Is this therapy session? Are we gonna like transition into Coding After 30's channel afterwards and just like duke it out a bit? Yeah, I'm just here to help. It's fun to me getting to connect with new people. Yeah, I love connecting with people. I love helping people. Joe Ferrari in the building. But yeah, I mean, it's something that I'm trying to figure out. Just life is hard, bros and gals. It's hard to help people at scale. Something I've been trying to learn the hard way, learn the good way. I don't know what I'm saying, but it hasn't been easy, but I'm learning each and every day. And sometimes some people don't want help. I realized some people don't want help, or some people don't want to hear like the harsh truths. And I gotta be super honest with you. Like sometimes when I was talking to Joel about like his one-on-one stuff, I was like very honest with him. I was like, hey, you need to fix this, or you need to fix this. And it may not be the most pleasant thing to hear, but I'm so glad that he just took it, because I did it because I only said it because I cared about him genuinely, and I want him to get the job. And sometimes you can't be like just so, I don't know, what do you call it? So happy-go-lucky or fake about it. Sometimes you need to change certain things to get the role or to get the job. And one thing that I really appreciate about him is that he just accepted it with full like trust. And I think he always like adapted, always changed, and like I could see how much he's improved. Like he's definitely like leveled out and calmed down in the way he approaches like software development, how he approaches interviews, and he just got so much better. Yeah. We have to pick up a bromance. Yeah, for sure. Tech rally sipping on the H2O. Yeah, I'm getting a little low. I might need to get back some water, but Joe, I might reach out to you and figure out how do I get more messages to show up on the right hand side, because this is ridiculous. Like I can't. It's easy to read all the messages, but the fact that it's just literally taking up all the space, it's no bueno, no bueno. I don't like it. Maybe there's a way I could lower the font size. Font settings. Can I make it smaller? What happens if I do that? Okay, people can't see it. Wait up. Oh, whoops. Forgive me. What about that? All right, someone write something else because I need to see this. Constructive criticism. Okay, yeah, that. I think I'm able to add more text now. Hopefully, small enough where it's not taking up too much space. Couples therapy. Some people just don't want to help truth. I literally tell people I know that I'll teach them, I'll show them the way, but nobody really takes me up on the offer. It's crazy, right? It's crazy, right? You know what's crazy sometimes? It's like people ask me to review their portfolio, which I do. I give them the advice. And I spend quality time giving them honest advice. And then the feedback I get back is like, well, I don't have time to do this. Or I only started this like a couple days ago. I was like, I don't really care about your excuses of why this is it. I'm just telling you what you need to do to fix it. Like, if you don't want to fix it, then that's fine. But like, don't ask me to look at it if you're not gonna take the feedback, right? It's like like at that point you're wasting my time, right? Like, I don't think people understand that it's just like it takes effort to do things. And like when you ask other people to do it, it's gonna take energy. But you know, like time goes both ways, right? So I don't know. Sometimes it's just that's what frustrates me a little bit about always wanting to help people. It's like sometimes you just get so disappointed. You get disappointed about the response that people give you, and like people don't even realize that like, hey, I work full time. I work 10 hours a day. I also make content. I also do other stuff, right? Like working on front end eval, and like people are not questioning. Sometimes people question like, oh, you know, like, well, why can't you actually do this? It's like, well, do you know what I do? Like, do you actually know what I do? And that's sometimes frustrating because like I want to help people, but if they don't take the advice or they don't do it, it's like, what am I supposed to do, right? I don't know. That's a tough one for me sometimes, and I think I just need to get some like thick skin a little bit and just accept that like, hey, can't help everyone. It is what it is. Move on, right? Yeah. I've helped someone one-on-one. They put too little action in, think you're gonna do all the work for them. I'm glad you're getting through this. I know now. I know what to do when I start live streaming. That sounded bad, but it's a great learning experience. We roast the ones we love. I'm better at being informational YouTuber creator. I legitimately am too busy to do one-on-one help. Yup. I think in my head, my one-on-one help is not to make money. It's just the filter to find people that really want to commit to this. And that's kind of like how I kind of approached it. But honestly, the proof is in the pudding. Like the way I do one-on-one coaching, it's like the most stupidest way to do it. Like I have no desire to book another call. Like I just want to give you as much information as I can as possible in that one session. And then just send me a message on Discord if you have any other questions. I literally say that to every single person that I've done one-on-ones with. Like if you have a one-off question, then just message me on Discord because I'll answer it. But the first session is always going to be like, I don't want to do another session with you. And if you want to do another session, then we could do it because like, obviously we need to iterate and get better. But like, I'll give you the playbook. Like, it's just really hard to put it all down. It's going to be so different depending on the person. So, yeah. People don't want to put in the time. Look at Mike Chen's post. Great offer to help, but who wants to respect the list of roles to make it efficient? Exactly. Most people don't want to pay the price it takes to succeed. I stopped doing one-on-ones for that same reason. Doing one-on-ones is hard. Yeah, wanting to schedule a call spooks me. Yeah. I mean, I still want to. Like, people have reached out to me for coffee chats, and like I try my best. but it's a thankless position to be in, not gonna lie. And like it's so funny because the 15-minute conversation, it's like they're asking about me, like, oh, like, how did you get into software development, like, what is your job like at Amazon? I'm like, look, you have 15 minutes, let me just help you in those 15 minutes. Like, I know that you want to hear about how I got in and all that stuff, but what I ultimately care about is like, use this 15 minutes like pretty importantly here, and like let me just hear about what you're struggling with and let me try to help you, because ultimately that's what matters, right? Like that's what I'm trying to do. Like that's I go into coaching mode like right away if I go into these calls. Like that's the difference between like a mentorship and like coaching. Like you just identify all the weaknesses and then you figure out how to fix them and then keep moving forward. Like, oh, you study Node.js, you built one project. Oh, your project doesn't have auth. Let's add auth. After that, do you have a LinkedIn? Oh, you have a LinkedIn, but it's not optimized. Optimize that. Let's move on to your resume. Like, I'm just trying to go through all of this stuff because, and that's why I need an hour generally, because there's so many things to cover. But if I only have 15 minutes, I'm going to just try to, if I were you, I would try to optimize that 15 minutes to the best of your abilities. Like, I don't mind you asking me a bunch of questions about yourself, actually, because I want to help you, not the other way around. Like, if you want to know about me, my YouTube channel's here. Like, I literally talk about my journey, right? So, like, don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I'm good. Like, I hate talking about my time at Amazon because it's like, it's the same answer over and over again. And I have to type it instead of saying it. Like, so let's talk about you. If we do, like, anyone that's rewatching the stream, if you want to do a virtual coffee chat, just say, hey, can we talk about me? And I'll say, let's go ahead. And yeah, yeah, you can't cover much in 50. You really can't. And that's why in some regards, like, I think 15-minute chats are kind of pointless too. But if we're going to do it, then let's make the most of it, right? Like, people sound like altruistic saying like, yeah, I'll open up all of my stuff for 15-minute chat. You're not going to get jack for 15 minutes. Not going to. I'll just be super honest with you. There's just way too much to cover. And maybe people just don't want coaching. maybe my just like assumptions are always wrong. It's just like getting to know someone. But at the end of the day, it's like, if I want to help you get a job, not necessarily like having you get to know who I am, because that's important to me. That's what's going to get you to that next level, right? So, by the way, have you started lifting? No. But I do have a workout class tomorrow. I realized that I need to probably sleep a little bit early for. So some recent interview questions I had were very similar. One with Vue and one React. I don't really know how to react, but they loved it. Just got an email about if I was interested in thumbnails for my videos. Interesting. Dude, he's trying to. It's not even about the money, honestly. It's just. It's hard. There's a lot of people that want to get into tech, and I'm just gonna try to figure out how to help as many people as I can with the energy that I have, right? And the skills that I have. So that's why I'm working on front-end eval. That's why I'm making content. That's why I'm doing podcasts, because I think people love hearing stories, but also people love having, or not, I don't know if they love coding, but they have to code to get the job. So trying to do the best of both there. Workout, what kind? Have you heard of like Rumble training? It's kind of like the high hit workout or whatever is it called. They have a treadmill, and then they have a workout like station on next to it, and then you're just moving back and forth between one or the other. So 1 hour, 60 minutes, and 15 minutes is 25% of an hour. So can I just pay $25 and call it a day? I forgot who said this, but I think this was related to when Shaquille O'Neal was getting traded, and then the owner told him, hey, 4 quarters does not equal $1 in basketball. So what it's saying is like you can't just get 4 random players and then have them equal to Shaquille O'Neal. Like Shaquille O'Neal is Shaquille O'Neal, right? Like the most dominant big man in the NBA. Like you can't just grab 4 random players financially and say like they're the same person, right? Like they can give you the same output. You can't moneyball that. And that's kind of the same thing here. Like it's hard. It's hard. But what did I miss here? We need a coding phase retreat. Yeah. There are more coding phase fans on my chat than probably Tech Rally fans. They're like, people are talking more about Joe than they're talking about me. I love it. Hey Joshua, how are you doing? Wow, I can't believe I've been streaming for 1 hour and 30 minutes. Holy crap. Having way too much fun. Yup. Bruh. Moneyball is awesome. It's one of my favorite films, actually. The Moneyball, I really enjoyed Moneyball. It's just the strategy, the thought process behind it. I really like that one. Yeah. Moneyball was a really good movie. There's certain movies I'll like always watch again. You both are awesome, Joe and Tech Rally. Thanks, Joel. Joe is a goat of keep it real. I'm a Tech Rally fan. Yeah. It's crazy though, like every group of fans are not fans. Every group of friends are different, right? Like there's some Twitter friends that are like different. There's some YouTube friends that are different. There's some TikTok friends that are different. But I realized they're all kind of working their own little pockets. And I started to realize like, oh, okay, this makes a lot more sense. Like some people just love certain platforms, but they don't really love the other ones. Yeah. I actually have the next front-end eval video ready to go, but it's going to be posted on Tuesday. But if you guys were curious what it's going to be, it's the data visualization one. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Is this one? The data fetching and visualization. This one, the actual like JavaScript data organization is actually pretty easy. The hard part is graphing this. Like if you don't know right off the bat, then you might not know how to do it. That kind of thing. Like it's so interesting, like when I was working on this problem, because it's very heavy on CSS. And if you don't know your CSS, this one's going to be really hard. So just wanted to give anyone a heads up that if you're thinking about tackling this problem, really brush up on your CSS. One hint I would give is think about this vertical line and this horizontal line as a box. Like how would you create a box on CSS, right? It would be like border 1 pixel solid black, but that would create an actual box. So how do I erase the right and the top one to make it into a graph? And then think of these numbers as like position absolutes and like percentages from bottom up. So say this is 0%, this is like 10%, 20%, or 30%. Like think about this like relative to percentages, and then the graph is gonna be the graph here. Kind of hard to explain, but those would be the hints that I would give. to get this one working. Because yeah, it's not super straight. The data fetching and like organizations pretty straightforward, but making this in CSS is actually pretty not super intuitive right away. So definitely encourage people to look into that. But yeah, video coming out Tuesday for this one. You already got the answer. Okay, no, all right, super senior dev. Go ahead. Just kidding. No, I'm kidding. Are the bars? No, bars don't need to be animated. It's just 2D CSS. So, yeah. Yeah, there's some really cool ones. I think one thing that was really cool, let me just share. I don't know if you guys seen this one. Rolling dice one that I did. Yeah, brother, it's good to see you. Let me see. Not sure if you guys can see this. Oh, wow, the code is like really super. But basically what this one does is if you press like 10, it'll roll like it'll roll 10 random dices from like 1 through 6. The hard part about this, I mean, there was a few hard parts, but one thing was like, how do you create the dices evenly on a square like this? And originally I was thinking like you have to add like a percentage of padding in between, and then like you're gonna have to calculate the middle percentage here. But what you can actually do here is it's really cool. Let me show you. Like basically, what is this class name? Dot. Map values. Dice inner, right? So if you look at dice inner, and I add like a border one. Actually, let's do an outline. 1 pixel solid green. And then roll. Wait, why isn't this showing up? Dice. Did I mess up here? Oh, it should be. Oh, this should work. Oh, I just spelled solid wrong. Whoops. There you go. That's how you do it. So rather than trying to think about these percentages, you could think about it like having a box in a box. And now you could just do like simple CSS where it's like position, absolute, top 0, left 0, top, bottom 0, left 0, bottom right, bottom 0. And then you could just kind of do your magic this way. So that's one thing that I thought was pretty cool about this problem. It's like one of these like weird gotchas, but it's pretty cool. So I would just like recommend anybody that's getting into like front end interview prep to just kind of have fun with this. This is super cool. I like it. It's like my little cell here, but you know what? I personally learn a lot. Yeah, I should probably end the stream soon. So I'm probably going to do it for another like 10 more minutes and then probably pass out at that point. Good night, Paul. Thanks for dropping by, sir. Oh. What's everyone's plans for the weekend? Main thing is focus on team goals, get to know the methodology, deadlines, workflows, ask questions, take notes. Yep. I am in East Coast time, so it's 11 here. So it's a little late. I'm a little tired. Gotta wake up for a workout class again. But luckily it's at 12 something, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah. Interesting. I thought of a different way of solving a problem. The beauty of programming. There's a million Exactly. Exactly. So many different ways to solve a problem, and there really isn't a oh one way is better than the other kind of thing. Maybe there is, like in certain instances, but more often than not, everyone has their own like style. Everyone has their own like flair. Some people like Tailwind, some people don't. It is what it is. It's all good. It's all good. Weekend plans, clean up, plan topics for content, plan stuff for upcoming Vegas trip. Ooh, Vegas trip. I love Vegas. It's been such a long time though. How often do you post content for your channel, actually? Finish my project, hopefully. Nice, nice. You're very welcome. Yeah, Michelle, such a great resource. I am very thankful for you to answering these questions. Always paving it forward. I love it. I love it. I miss this, guys. I miss doing live streams. I know it's not necessarily the best thing for my channel and all of that stuff. It's not going to get the views or whatever, but super glad to just connect with all of you all again. It's been it's been a hot minute, and kind of seeing people come in and go, like it's been really nice. Yeah. How often do I post content? As soon as I can. Or like, do you have like a weekly cadence or anything, or is it bi-weekly? Like, what do you try? What kind of do you have a system in place? I'd be curious. What's crazy is I actually attended a content or creator economy virtual conference, and I was talking, or not talking, but I was watching this guy, Ali Abdal. I think he has about a crap ton of YouTube subscribers. Like the way he operates his channel is insane. Like he has like a whole team with him. He just, the way he thinks about his channel is, it was like mind-blowing to me about like the thought process, what part he offloads, what part he hires editors, what part he like hires for ideas. Like there's an actual like team surrounded around this channel, and the way he does it, and it's just crazy. It's just crazy to me. And like it really opened up my eyes about this whole like creator economy and like how people create engaging content and all of that stuff. And it's just pretty impressive. It's so impressive. And he talks like in 2x normally, which is kind of crazy to me. And he talks so fast. I'm like, yo, bro, slow down. I'm like trying to take notes. But it's just insane. His channel is impressive and deservedly so. But people like him, this is a business. It's a business for sure. I mean, so this is my channel and this is his channel. It's like they're not even in the same like hemisphere. Yeah, exactly, Joe. Can't believe he was a doctor. That's insane. No, he actually talks in 2x. Like, I don't really watch his content too much these days, but when he was like presenting his thought process and everything, he was talking so fast. Everyone was like, "Is he talking in 2x?" But he's just mind is racing. He's like writing out stuff. It's crazy, yeah. I'm watching your front end stuff from Korea. I feel gratitude for your Hey Tara, I really appreciate it, man. That's really yeah, that makes me feel very happy that someone likes it, someone enjoys it, and it's not just going into just into the graveyard of YouTube videos. And his channel's pretty good. My only problem is when I hear advice of people like him is they forget to add the luck factor. And what I mean is being at the right place. No, he even says that too. It's crazy. Like, I think maybe he doesn't share too much on his channel because now it's all like curated. But when he's teaching, you know, he mentions about niching down possibly early on, and he was just very lucky with the type of content that he was building, which at the time he was going through med school, so he was talking a lot about med school stuff. And then I think pivoting, he said, was one of the hardest things because it's not easy. You get your current audience based on what you initially started off with, but like, how do you smoothly make that transition into other things? Like, say I want to talk about crypto, or like I want to talk about blockchain. Like, how do you naturally do that? And that's a pretty tough one. But I think that was, I think they know too, and like they figure out how to do it. And you know, there's always going to be some luck involved, but it's going to take practice, take consistency. And he even mentioned something about like quality versus quantity. I think someone like what's his face, who's that guy who's like all about hustle culture, Gary V, like his content was actually pretty good back in the day, but then he's all about content and consistency and just posting all the time, and now his just stuff just sounds like motivation throw up, right? Like, you gotta work hard and grind it out and blah 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 blah. Like it's always about that. Doesn't actually have any like meat to the content that he's building. He's just recording when he's walking, for God's sakes. Like, that's not good content. That's just content. All right, guys, 6 more minutes and I'm out. I'm curious about code meetups. Any recommendations, in person or virtual? I know with C19 things happen. I don't know. I haven't been really attending any meetups. I've been doing like Twitter Spaces mostly. I would start there. It's not the most ideal to be in. There are some people that just are on Twitter Spaces that are just clout chasing, not gonna lie. But at the same time, you do meet a lot of great people from it too. So it's just kind of, you have to come up with your own filter. You have to come up with your own strategy on who you want to follow and who you think is worth listening to and stuff. I mean, Meetup app also exists too. So, but I just haven't really used it too much, so I can't say if it's good or bad. I don't know, Shell, have you been doing meetups through virtual? I don't know. I haven't done it. Yeah, I used to go to meetups in New York. Those were really fun. I don't know. I think I've just also become a lot more introverted since C19 because I don't know. I just like being home now. Maybe after this, I'll just grab a beer or something, drink, and then go to sleep. Just enjoy my Friday night that way. It's just really chill, relaxing. Nothing too stressful, you know. Everyone's an expert. I haven't done any since the world problems. Prior to that, I used to think Meetup app to find hiking groups. Oh yeah, I always forget like those apps are for other things as well. The hiking group must be actually pretty fun. I know a couple of my friends, they started a little like rock climbing group, and they always ask me to join, and I got too much things to do. I need to take a break probably. I probably need to give up on something. I need a social life, y'all. I'm doing way too much. Like I really need to stop something. I don't know what I need to stop though. My full time pays the bills. Front end eval is something I just really enjoy doing. I like talking to people for my interviews. I don't know. Maybe I'll just cut down on Twitter a little bit. I don't know. But Twitter is also very nice because, you know, it's good for like community as well. It's hard. I don't know what I'll do. I just got asked to do like a Q&A next week, I think. So for like a friend of a friend, so I have to do a 1 hour Q&A on next Friday, which is gonna be a lot of work. Maybe I should build the roadmap to burnout. My social life is literally non-existent right now. I'm going to be picking that up. Yeah, I'm really hoping I could just pick up my social life too a little bit and like maybe be on Twitter less, and I don't know, just hang out with friends, take a walk with some, by myself, and then grab lunch with friends and stuff. Yeah. My social life has been the tech communities and and work. I gotta get outside this house. I think the remote life makes it a lot more difficult too, for sure. It's like you literally wake up, wash your face. Sometimes I forget to wash my face. Like grab a cup of coffee and then literally just start working. I started doing these like 15-minute stretches, but they're not always ideal. Or I mean, it's just sometimes I just don't feel like doing it. Twitter moderator for the year. Dude, like, I don't know, man. I think it's crazy. Like, Twitter has been such a mixed feelings and mixed emotions, but I do gotta admit, I'm glad I'm on it. I definitely I felt the love a lot, especially because when I was in France. And Joe, like I think I only had about like a couple hundred followers. And now I'm at like 7K, which is freaking fast if you think about it. Like I don't ever really look at metrics. I wonder what my metrics are actually. Let's see. I don't even really care. Let's just share it. But let's see. Yeah, like my 28-day summary is kind of insane if you think about it. Like, followers 1992, 1,000, almost 2,000 followers in the past 28 days, which is pretty crazy because with YouTube, I've been doing this for 3 years and I have 4,000 followers. So the fact that this did so well, it's like, I mean, honestly, I don't even look at these numbers. I don't. It doesn't really make a difference to me. But it's kind of cool to see just the love, I guess, the follows, and just people are actually interested in what you're saying. So the fact that, I have a total of 7,279, but within the past 30 days, I got a fourth of it, maybe a little bit more. That's pretty good, relatively speaking. But like I don't know, I don't like making like stupid tweets either. So I try to like be as real as I can and try to keep it as honest as I can. But yeah, it's Twitter stats can make you chase things too. So I don't want to chase. I don't like chasing. I like being me. I haven't left my house. Only once a week I talk to my computer. No, you also talk on Twitter Spaces. That's like another thing, right? We all have our ways and forms of chatting with people. Like I think humans are just meant to have interaction. Just sometimes just I don't know, like the in-person feel. Nothing beats that, right? Nothing beats that in-person feel. So hopefully we could do more of that soon. Hopefully we can meet more people, like meet YouTube people in real life, meet some Twitter people in real life. That's gonna be awesome. Like that's my hope one day. And let's see what happens. But anyways, I think I've been streaming for about almost 2 hours now, so a little tired. Can't believe I've been talking for 2 hours. It's been a long time since I've done that. Usually I have other people talk for me. But yeah, it was such a good conversation, everyone. I really feel like myself again. And I'm super thankful for every one of you here that have stayed till the end, because today was actually kind of a rough day for me. And talking to you guys, hearing all of this like positivity from y'all, it's been really, really good. Really, really good. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this weekend. And Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's really gonna be good. So, Joe, you just gotta slap that in there, don't you? You're crazy, man. You're crazy. I don't even know what to say. This is this is why my YouTube channel gets flagged, like associated with Joe Santos. You're back to the shadow realm. But no, I'm serious. Like, thank you, everyone. I feel back to normal, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to the weekend now because I feel happy. I feel like I can sleep pretty well now. So just you guys just sending me like positive words and like you finding a job magic. It's yeah, I'm happy. I'm back to myself. I don't know what else to say, so I'm gonna leave now. And everybody else, have a good weekend. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Later, brother.